Jennifer here. I have another freezer cooking session for you today. In today's video, I'm making 7 freezer meals in under an hour. So let's get started. I'm making a base with ground beef that's going to be for several meals. And in this base, I just have onions and celery. So I'm cooking about 6 pounds of ground beef here, and I have an entire pound of chopped spinach on top, and this is what it cooks down to. This is the base. Just put some salt and pepper and we're going to make our meals. Starting off with chili, and in the bag I have some chopped celery, chopped onion, and red bell pepper. And I'm going to add about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of the meat mixture with the spinach. I'm going to add some cannellini beans and some red kidney beans to this mixture. That's about 1 can each, drained. And then for moisture, I'm going to add some organic tomato sauce and some stewed tomatoes. Now with this ground beef, I'm making meals that I always make, and I have made them for you before, but if it's not broken, don't fix it. My family loves these and they're packed with vegetables. So that's the chili. And right now, you know what I'm about to say, I am making 2 bags of bolognese. So I'm just going to put about 1.5 pounds of meat in each one and fill it with our favorite marinara sauce. And that's it. Now I'm going to make a beef stew and chicken pot pie filling. So I have all of these stew vegetables that I'm going to use for both. Starting with the chicken pot pie filling, I'm going to make a bechamel, and that's like a white sauce. So it's thick too, it's wonderful. I have about 1/2 cup of butter and 1/2 cup of flour here, and I'm going to cook it down to get rid of the floury taste. And then I'm going to add about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of this homemade chicken stock that I have. I always keep it on hand whenever I roast a chicken. You could just use chicken broth if you like. And I'm going to keep stirring that until it thickens up. I'm just adding some salt and pepper here as well, and stirring. Meanwhile, I've cooked about 1 pound of chicken, and I've chopped it up and just cooked it on the stove. And there you go, you see how thick it's gotten. You can add more liquid if it gets too thick. So in my bag, I'm going to add all of the chicken and about half of that bowl of the stew vegetables for the chicken pot pie filling. And then I'm going to add the bechamel sauce once it cools. And this is just the filling. Obviously it's not the pie. So I'm going to freeze this. You can cook this a variety of ways. You can heat it up in the slow cooker if you want, or you can actually put it in a pie tin and heat it up, and then just create your own crust, or you could put puff pastry on top or biscuits, whatever you like. Just massage it so the bechamel coats everything in the bag, and you can go ahead and freeze it. Okay, now we're going to make beef stew, and I'm putting about 1 pound of beef stew meat into a Ziploc bag. Now you can cook this if you want to. I'm just leaving it raw, and I'm putting the rest of the stew vegetables into the bag. And I'm going to put in some beef broth. And it doesn't matter how much. If it's not enough when it comes time to cook, you can just add more. And that is it, super easy. All right, check out this massive zucchini that we picked from our garden. We just keep getting these big zucchinis. So I'm going to make some zucchini lasagnas. I have sliced them into these pieces. They're kind of like steak. So I'm going to spray a pan, and with the rest of my ground beef mixture that I've mixed with marinara sauce, I'm going to put this on the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to layer the zucchini. Now, if you want a more delicious version of this, you can fry the zucchini first. Just dredge it in some egg and milk mixture, coat it with breadcrumbs and fry it, and then add it. And as you can see, I'm just adding cheese on top. But I'm on a special diet for my pregnancy, and I'm trying to avoid fried food, so I'm just leaving it as it is. It's a bit healthier this way. And that made 2 of them. So that is it. These are all of the freezer meals. It made 7 meals in under an hour. I'm going to have a video coming out soon that gives you my tips on how I'm able to accomplish this in an hour. It just requires preparation and just some planning on your part basically. But once you do, it's just so nice to have your freezer stocked with healthy meals that are packed with vegetables that hopefully your family will love. So as you can see, we made 1 beef stew, 1 chicken pot pie filling, 2 zucchini lasagnas, 1 beef chili, and 2 bologneses. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me on the Daily Connoisseur, and I will see you next time. Bye!